Ever feel like life's gotten a little too interesting? Like someone hit fast forward on you, especially in your relationship.
It's like you're on a roller coaster you didn't sign up for.
This deep dive, we're tackling those big life transitions you go through as a couple, the kind that redefine we. And we've got expert advice to make sure you're not just surviving, but actually thriving.
Because let's face it, change can be tough, even when it's good change.
Exactly, like getting that dream job, but it means moving across the country.
Exciting,
Yeah.
right. But also,
Hold on, what about leaving behind your family, your friends, your favorite barista who knows your order by heart?
that's a whole other layer of, well, stuff to deal with. And that's where the communication thing comes in. Yeah.
100%. And not just the did you call the movers kind of communication. We're talking about the heart-to-heart stuff.
So it's less about logistics and more about feelings.
Absolutely. Imagine one partner's thrill about this move, all these new possibilities, but the other's leaving behind their support system, their comfort zone. And suddenly, packing boxes feels really loaded.
Exactly. You've got to ask, what does this change mean for my partner deep down? How does it impact their dreams, their sense of self?
Those are big questions.
They are. But those deep dives into each other's inner worlds, that's where true understanding, true connection comes from.
Which makes me think about the importance of supporting each other, especially during times like these. But it's easy to say, be each other's cheerleaders. What does that actually look like day to day?
It's the little things. Putting your phone down when your partner's talking, really listening, making them feel heard.
So not just jumping in to fix things, but actually trying to see things from their perspective.
Yes, empathy over solutions sometimes. And don't underestimate those small gestures of support. Celebrate the wins, even if it's just finishing packing a room.
Acknowledging the effort it takes to deal with all the changes.
Exactly. Did they finally conquer that mountain of paperwork for the new house? Celebrate it. Every bit of support strengthens that bond.
Speaking of challenges, the P word comes to mind, patience. We hear it all the time in relationships, but why is it even more important during these life transitions?
Because transitions, by definition, mean things are in flux. You're both adjusting to new routines, new roles. It's normal to feel a little off kilter, maybe a little more on edge than usual.
And that can lead to, shall we say, some disagreements.
It's bound to happen. Old arguments might pop up again, or new ones might appear out of nowhere. The key is recognizing it's not necessarily about what you're arguing about, but the stress of the transition itself.
So instead of getting defensive, you can try to be more understanding.
Exactly. Cut yourself some slack. You're both figuring things out as you go, and that takes time.
Makes sense. And that patience is probably easier if you're actually making time for each other, even when things are chaotic.
Absolutely. Connection is key. Even if it's just 15 minutes before bed, phones down, truly connecting. Those small moments make a world of difference.
Okay, that seems doable, even with a crazy schedule. What are some other ways to squeeze in those connection moments?
Have a weekly check-in date night. No distractions. Just the two of you talking about how you're each feeling about everything. And not just the logistics, but the emotional stuff too.
I love that. It's making that conscious effort to reconnect. And speaking of seeking support, I think a lot of people hesitate to ask for help, especially when it comes to their relationship.
And there shouldn't be any shame in it. Think of a therapist as a relationship coach. They're there to give you personalized advice, tools, strategies to strengthen your bond, improve your communication.
It's about recognizing you don't have to navigate these things alone.
Right. Would you climb Mount Everest without a guide, without the right equipment? Life's big transitions, they can feel like climbing a mountain sometimes. But with the right support, you can reach the summit together.
So to sum it all up, we talked about open, honest communication, sharing those feelings, big and small, supporting each other through thick and thin, practicing patience like it's an Olympic sport.
And prioritizing those connection moments, even when life feels crazy busy.
Oh, and don't be afraid to call in the professionals if you need an extra hand.
Because remember, transitions are a part of life. They're going to happen. But they don't have to throw your relationship off course.
With a little effort, awareness, and a whole lot of grace, you can come out stronger and even more connected. Change can be an opportunity to build something even more amazing together.